What's good, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of the Nurse Lounge. Today, as you can see from the title, we're going to talk about the cost of being a gold digger. So, what do you mean the cost of being a gold digger? What I mean is, as you decide that you have dreams and ambitions, the people who came up with you, your so-called friends or family members who came along with you, will tend to fall off for whatever reason. I don't know why they do, but they do. So just giving you some history. In 2002, I got my first degree in psychology. I got a BS in psychology. Then I realized that wasn't going to work in terms of taking care of me and my girls at the time. So I started nursing school immediately thereafter. So I had my nursing degree, my BSN, in 2004. And then in 2008, I got my master's degree in nursing education. And in 2017, I started my doctoral program, and my focus will be executive leadership, and I'm scheduled to graduate in 2020. So yes, if you counted them, there are 1, 2, 3 degrees that I already have, and I'm pursuing my fourth degree. I'll be finished with that degree in 2020. By the time I finish that degree, I will be 42 years old. And just as a reference, I had my first 3 degrees by the age of 29. So I had my 2 bachelor's degrees and a master's degree by the age of 29. So again, this is not trying to brag. This is really just trying to show you how ambitious I was and how I set goals, and I set to conquer those goals to better my life and to better the lives of my children. So with that being said, let's go back in time. And I realized maybe back when I was getting my nursing degree, how people would say, why would you need that degree? Why are you doing this? You really don't need to do this. Why are you moving away from home? Why are you moving to a larger city? Things like that. And I started noticing that people become more passive aggressive. So it wasn't so much of what they said, it's so more so what they did. And so they'll kind of like back off and back off and back off. And then they make these snide comments about, oh, you really don't need this degree. You are doing just fine with your other degree. Stay here with us. And in those situations, these people were not doing anything with their lives. They were honestly living paycheck to paycheck. They were living under substandard conditions. And they had no goals or dreams. They were okay with doing what they do. And to this day, I've been out of high school now for 22 years, I want to say. And in those 22 years, a lot of my classmates or peers or so-called friends are doing the same things we did back when we were 18 years old. And if that's what they want to do, that's perfectly fine. But for me, that's never been the case. I've always had dreams and ambitions, and I've had plenty of roadblocks along the way and still going through some. But with that being said, I wanted to make it where I could have a better life for myself and for my children. And that's always been my focus. So now let's fast forward to, I finished nursing school in 2004. And I realized that the people that were closest to me were other professionals. So I could confide more in other professionals, other nurses, if you will, more so than I could even my own family or my other so-called friends. And then also when it came time to study and I had to give up a lot of things that I like to do. I like to go out and have fun with my friends. Well, I couldn't do that anymore because I was pursuing nursing school at the time. And nursing school is time intensive. And you have to be mindful and diligent when it comes to doing your studies. There's just not an option not to if you want to be successful in nursing school. I had 2 little girls to think about at that time as well, where if I didn't pursue this degree, then they may not have the future that they have now. So with that being said, I had to cut a lot of things loose. I had to sacrifice. I could not go out. I didn't even work in nursing school because I just didn't have the time. Then let's fast forward, into my nursing career. I began to notice that the more I got more experience in nursing and the more education I received, I got my master's degree, that people still tend to fall off. And even my coworkers, we would go out on the weekends or every now and then, and we would go, to a, say, Thanksgiving or a Christmas party, or just kind of go out just to get caught up. Now they don't even talk to me anymore. They have told me I have changed. And I'm like, no, I haven't changed. I've just evolved. I've grown. And when you grow and they stay where they are, it looks like to them that you think you're better than, or that you think you're upper echelon or bougie. That's not the case at all. I have changed my ways. I've changed my thinking. And in this doctoral program that I am in, it's tailored to make you think differently and to work differently and to function differently. So therefore, I don't have things in common any longer with my peers or my coworkers who are still in the hospital setting. I'm trying to get out of the hospital setting. My goal is to become a nurse mentor and nurse educator, which I'm already doing, but at a higher scale, where I can really make a living off of helping other nursing students and or second career nurses or people already in nursing who wants to move into another area of nursing, accomplish their goals. So that is kind of what I really want to do. And bedside nursing for me, it was a great start, and I have a lot of experience and I really appreciate it, but it's just time for me to move on. And unfortunately, people don't realize that we all have our time, and this is my time. It's time for me to go. And so if you all feel, or if they feel that because it's time for me to go and do something else that I think I'm better than, then that's on them. That's not on me. That's how they feel. And they're projecting their feelings onto me, or trying to project their feelings onto me, when in all honesty, they're the ones who feel that way. So I've learned in life and in nursing specifically, we have to be able to let people go. I even have a family member who they are waiting on my demise when it comes to my doctoral program. So for instance, this semester I got my first B in the doctoral program due to a group project. And so, the comment that she made was, oh, well, at least you didn't fail. And she's right, I didn't fail. But the thing is, it still does not reflect how well I typically do as a student. I'm typically a A student for the most part. If I make a B on my own, I'm okay with that. But when it comes to a group project, I was kind of little, put off by that. So I was disappointed. My other family member, he's very supportive, very supportive. So therefore he's always, oh, keep going. You're doing such a great job and don't get distracted. And he's very supportive. And he even asks to see my grades, even though I'm an adult, asks to see my grades at the end of every semester. And, so he's very supportive. And that's the kind of support that I need. I don't need these negative people. And sometimes the negativity comes from your own family. It's not even just your so-called friends or your coworkers. It's your own family. So you have to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to do away with the negativity. I'm going to change my circle of friends. And I have now surrounded myself with people who think of me in a way of inspiration and aspiration, and they encourage me, and I get down every semester because of classes and things like that. I literally just finished my epidemiology class, and I did get an A in it. However, it was the most difficult class that I have had. I personally don't do well in classes that are math and science put together. Like, I can do good in math and I can do good in science, but those classes like physics and chemistry and in this case statistics and epidemiology, I do not do well. So I had to study and study and study and kind of baby this class a little bit, kind of like how I did advanced patho in my master's program. And as a result of that, I received an A, but it's because I worked hard. Nobody gave me, that grade. And so there were times where I was complaining, like, oh, this is so difficult and I'm having such a hard time. And this one family member would say, well, this is what you signed up for. You should have known. Maybe you're not cut out to be a doctor or have a doctoral degree. And so with that being said, I've just learned not to say anything to that person. When things happen good, I don't say anything. When things happen bad, I don't say anything, because they're not supportive anyway. And I don't need that negative energy. You always want to have people who are positive around you, positive energy. And I can count maybe on one hand, how many true friends that I really have who encourage me and inspire me, and we actually push each other. All of my friends or close friends are in school or about to start school. So we all kind of do this together. We are at different levels within our programs. I have a friend who, she's pursuing her RN to BSN. I have another friend who's pursuing their master's degree. Another friend who is considering the doctoral program. I'm in the doctoral program. So, and I have another friend who's working on her certification at the moment. So we are all driven and goal diggers. We want the best out of life and what life has to offer us. And we have come to realize that even in our workplace, our friends and our family, our so-called friends and family, we're going to have to leave some people behind. So I just want to kind of encourage you all, the ones who are, new to nursing or nursing school, you're pre-nursing, you've been in nursing school for a semester even, and the people you used to hang out with, like literally, 6 months ago, don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. They're upset because you can't hang out. It's okay. It's time for you to move on, and they can't come with you. Some of my friends cannot come with me. So-called friends could not come with me. Everybody's not meant to be in your life for your entire life. Some people are meant for a season, and they're for a reason. So they're going to teach you something. They're going to be a lesson or a blessing, as my mom would say. So, you got to figure out which one were they. Were they meant to be in your life for a lesson? Did they teach you something? Or were they a blessing? Did they help you in some kind of way? And so keep in mind, your friends are going to be far and few. And you have to keep striving to do what you want to do in life and be the best person you can be. So with that being said, I am a gold digger. I will have my degree in 2020. My name will be Dr. Marita Pace Newburn at that point in time. And so I continue to strive, work hard, and this is just where it's going to be. And until next time, you all take care.